Time for some more Color Computer 3 coding. This time we're going to have a series of parts to this particular one on a pop-up windows using some extra memory blocks for some hidden code. And well, let's just take a look here. There, pop-up window. I'll put it on this screen here to show you what one of them will look like. And here's going to be some of the highlights. It works with 80 or 40 character screens. Auto line centering, what does that do for you? Well, for instance, if you code, you tell it you want it to start in column 30 and your message is 20 characters long, that works great on an 80 character screen, but column 30 on a 40 character screen, it would roll off the screen and wrap and not look too good. So if you put it in there you want to do auto line centered, it will center it on whatever screen width you have. Limited error checking, which means if you pass it a 100 byte line and you only got 80 characters, I mean it's not going to check everything. It checks a lot, but not everything. Uses the attributes, the color, blink, and underline. I don't have a real color computer, but it works great with MES or MAME. I've tested it under VCC, and blink does not work. I've had problems with VCC with blink. Now I may just have an older version, but blink does not work with VCC, but the color in the underline does. Doing a pop-up window, you get it to return just a single character, whatever you may type on the keyboard, like a 1, a 2, a carriage return, whatever, you'll get that character back. Or if in another mode, you can get a string back, a variable of something that you have you type in from the keyboard. The code is all hidden, where it won't interfere with any other things you're running. It's always available. And it works with ASM programs or basic programs. A little history. I began coding this at COVID to have something to do. I built a basic pop-up window, get a keystroke, close the window. It worked fine. Problem was I had to embed that code in every program I played with, so it was kind of cumbersome to work around this pop-up code versus my code. It was just in a way. So version 2, I incorporated it right into the basic system. Hid the code. It's always resident. It's always available. And this next 3 down, there's a My System Mine. It was triggered by F2 key. It brings up a pop-up menu. And within the windows, I can do a window from within a window. Okay, I can be in one window and do something else in another window pop up. And I added the menu system. Now these bottom 3 are not part of what we're doing here. I'm just telling you what's in my system. And I will kind of show you. If I was hit the F2 key, I get this menu. This is the actual menu. Now, some of the things in here I don't need anymore. I went back and cleaned it up. It's great for doing my testing when I was doing. For instance, if you type in a 6 to want to change the color, you change the foreground and background colors with a 6. So if we hit 6, we get this window would pop up. But you want to do forward or background, whichever you want. Well, on this test, I'll show you. We hit the B. And we get all the colors. One's black, the one down through 8 is yellow. So then you would hit any one, like you say you wanted an orange background, you hit 5 and get an orange background. And you would get the same screen on the foreground, and therefore you could get all these colors, either foreground or background. The only mistake you'd have was, for instance, you said you wanted a gray background and gray colors or letters, and you wouldn't see nothing. So anyway, that's what these pop-up windows of my system look like, and most of this is available on what we're doing here. Okay, then the next version I added something I call pop-in. Okay, so you get a pop-up window, but you get input from the keyboard. In normal pop-up, you get one character, 1, 2, 3, ABC, carriage return, up arrow, just get the one character returned to you. With the pop-in, you could input something on the screen. It's like asking a question, like, what's your initials? Give me a number between 0 and 100. And it will give you that string that you typed in on the keyboard after you hit enter. Like if you type in your initials, enter, you will get that returned to you. to do whatever you want to with it. And the next version I did, I added basic support from, you know, a pop-up window from basic. Limited support, I might add, but it supports both the pop and the pop-in feature functions. It's a little more rudimentary, but it does work. So here's all the programs we'll have in this series we'll look at. We got the basic loader. It's a basic program that's going to load the stub and hide it in upper memory. It will load the main program. It actually does the work. It's a two-part inside that program. We'll discuss that when we get to it. And then a test program to test all the above stuff and make sure it all works. And last but not least, at the very, very end, we'll look at the basic support. The basic takes a little bit extra coding because from a basic program, you cannot directly access this stub or main program. So we have to have a very small, I guess almost another stub that basic can talk to through the USR system within basic. So for the basic program, you would go to the ASM program here, and that will take you to the stub and main program and back accordingly. Same way with the pop-in stuff. You'd go to this start program, set it all up, go to the stub, main program, work its way back. It all works. So we'll get to that. Open that part. So let's and then, let's look. Okay, what we're going to do is in part B, because this one here is going to be very short. We'll do a demo of what some of the windows look like, and when we get to part B, we'll actually start looking at code and how and where it comes from. So next part B, we'll look at the basic loader and the stub programs and all the other pieces that go with it. It'll be quite a bit longer than this here. So for right now, I think the next thing we'll do is just go to our COCO computer, which I already have the programs loaded in there. So all I got to do, I've got I'll load the test program. And I'll execute it. This is actually what we're going to be working with. Okay, we're going to get a pop-up window. There says pop any key. I can hit any key. I'll hit H in this here just for that. And we get a message. Don't worry about the colors. That's just what it is. Just to test the various attributes. And there's the blank and the underline. I'll hit K, and there we got everything's blinking on this one here. Numbers, that's just your option, what you want to do. I'll hit it again, and there's another box, a wide pop-up box, and it's just you can place on screen wherever you want. Hit that, and here's the pop in. It wants a message. I'll type in ABC, and you can see it returned it back above the ready message over here. Actually, what it returned, I printed on the screen. Let's go to width 40, and we'll execute it in and show you that it actually works on same code works on a 40 character screen. It's auto centering, did that. Thank you. There's that one, and there's the wide pop-up box. And on here, I'll type WERT right across the keyboard, just whatever, and it returns back there. That is the end of this lesson here. Quick and